They come from... I don't think that was me. Maybe this is better. They come from across Europe and even beyond in some cases, and they have been selected for the excellence of their projects, the impact that they will have, and the value of their example to inspire more projects of similar caliber and ambition. Seated to my left, in this row here, please join me in welcoming the representatives from the 2025 European Digital Connectivity Awards. Under 3 categories this year, the projects were carefully evaluated by a jury of experts in digital connectivity, who are seated just over there, and who will introduce themselves and the 3 award categories in just a moment, and whose choices were made very difficult by the quality of the projects. We're also delighted to be joined today by Ms. Alexandra Rotilianu, who is the European Commission's Deputy Head of Unit for Investment in High-Capacity Networks in DG Connect, the Directorate General for Communication Networks, Content and Technology, and Mr. Hugo Almeida, who is the European Commission's Deputy Head of Unit for Rural Networks, Rural Areas and Networks, in DG Agri, the Directorate General for Agriculture and Rural Development. Ms. Rotilianu and Mr. Almeida will speak on the importance of the award categories and the value of recognizing and sharing these exemplary projects, and they will have the much anticipated pleasure of announcing the winners and awarding the prizes. So please join me therefore in welcoming our esteemed award givers. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite our 3 jurists to come to the front of the room. If you wouldn't mind coming next to me and standing in order of the categories, I'd like to invite you to introduce yourselves and tell us about your category, the selection criteria, and why these nominees stood out as the best. And as mentioned before, I'm obliged to remind you that we have just 2 minutes per introduction, especially because we started late. Thank you again.
Thanks a lot. My name is Fjodor Gütermann. I'm representing the Austrian BCO here. I want to express also my gratitude that I was selected as a jury member for the 2nd time, actually. So it's quite an honor for us. The first category represents the projects which are based on future-proof, high-capacity networks, based not only on FTTH, but also on 5G and satellite connections. But of course, those networks are also in need of another infrastructure like edge computing and cloud computing and Internet of Things and stuff like this. But in the end, it's always a chicken-egg problem. The infrastructure is not enough. You also need the applications, especially for the take-up of those infrastructures. And therefore, I'm very happy that we had 3 nominees. We could nominate 3 nominees which have really used those infrastructures in a good manner and have combined it with an application which has also really good use cases. And of course, those use cases are also a business opportunity for telecom operators, because of course they can also sell and make this infrastructure to a good use. So I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward to the announcement of the winner of the first category. Thanks a lot.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Elena Galindo. I come from the Ministry for the Digital Transition and Civil Service in Spain. And I'm also representative of the Spanish BCO. I have the pleasure to present category number 2 of these awards. It is how is it? Sorry. awards, it highlights the efforts to connect rural and remote areas. It's a category that celebrates projects that successfully connect communities in challenging areas, bringing social, economic benefits and without leaving anyone behind. According to the latest report of the Digital Decade, fixed very high capacity network in Europe reached 82.5% of households in Europe in 2024. Although this is quite a great achievement, it also reveals that there is a lot of things to do, and probably the hardest part is still left. But the good part is that for this category, a high number of applications came from different member states, thus revealing that there is a commitment to bridge the gap. Projects range from national broadband plans to regional broadband plans to projects efforts to deploy in very special difficult areas like archipelagos or narrow valleys or so. So all this diversity made the evaluation process really highly competitive. And for this reason, I want to thank all applicants for the dedication, but very particularly the three nominates. Because just having that recognition means that their projects were really excellent. And to finish, I would like to express my gratitude to the Commission and the organizers for giving the opportunity to serve as an expert in this new edition of the Connectivity Awards.
Well, thank you very much. My name is Michael Schmidt. I work for the German County Association's Brussels office, so local government association, but I'm also the chair of Cohesion Expert Group of a European umbrella organization. And cohesion policy is also very much linked to digital connectivity, and I'm very grateful also to be here, obviously, and I'm very happy to see so many people in the room. I was a bit worried that all of you would leave and then only the nominees would stay, but I think it's much better than like that. So I'm here to just present category 3, which is cross-border and international connectivity. I'm also very happy to see, honestly, when we look through the applications, when I look through the applications, I saw there were so many different and innovative approaches. And coming from Germany, I can tell you, I know how hard it is to have comprehensive coverage within a member state when it comes to digital connectivity. But cross-border and international connectivity, that requires some sort of resilience and engagement, dealing with different regulators, dealing with different rules. I think that's very, very interesting to see, and that's why we're so happy to see so many high-quality projects, some of them really connecting world regions, some of them connecting within the European Union. And I think it's, as Franco Accordino said, it's really in the interest of Europe to have cross-border connectivity in the EU, but also have the European Union connected to the rest of the world. And this is why I'm so happy to see so many projects. And I won't say anything else. I'm not supposed to say anything else. So I'll give the mic back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And as we've heard, and based on my own familiarity with the candidate projects, the standard was extremely high. And as we've heard, the selection was exceptionally difficult, which is a wonderful testament to the quality of European digital connectivity projects. And I would like us all, therefore, to take this moment to thank everyone who applied for this year's awards. I would now like to jump to the part of the event that we're most excited about. And I would like to invite Ms. Rutilianu to join me to present Category 1, Excellence and Innovation in the Deployment of Gigabit-Ready Infrastructure.
Thank you, Aisha. I am really, really excited and thrilled to do this. It's a very important task that was entrusted to me and to Hugo, and I'm so happy. These prizes are important, and they're important for at least 3 reasons. So, first, the most obvious ones: the projects are excellent, they're innovative, they're great projects that they deserve to be known, they deserve to be celebrated. Then there's the power of best practices that you were hinting to. I think what we try to do here, what we hope, is that a lot of people see that although the projects are innovative and complicated, they can be realized, and that they can get inspired by these best practices. They can maybe build on their success, replicate them. This is a little bit what we hope for in any case. And then there's a little bit of a selfish twist. These are projects that tell people what we're after. I think a real-life example is worth so much more than whatever words we can put in a paper, report, long conferences. And this first category is very much about how we see future connectivity evolving. So it's a little bit a vision that we try to establish or present in the white paper on connectivity last year. It's very much about connecting networks with edge and cloud capabilities, also with use cases. It's really that kind of connectivity that will fundamentally change the way the economies are run and even how public services are delivered. So it's really that kind of increasing the bar on what connectivity means for us and what it can do for us. Now, why are these projects complicated? They are complicated, of course, from a technological point of view. It's all new technologies, it's innovation, it's excellence, but they are very complex from an organizational point of view. So a lot of the work, from what I understand, consists in putting stakeholders together that are not used to working together, and that's quite a challenge. So what's behind these projects? There are people that are not only innovators, that are not only early adopters, they are people with an extraordinary vision and very good communicators, able to convince a lot of people around them that such projects can really make a difference. And like that, they are capable of driving change. So I hope I have made you curious enough, and with or without sound and subtitles, let's watch a video presenting this excellent project.
European
I've been asked
Digital
to narrate.
Connectivity Awards 2025. 9 shortlisted
So
nominees,
these are the 9
3
shortlisted
winners.
nominees, and of which there are 3
Category
winners.
1, Excellence and Innovation in Deployment of Gigabit-Ready Infrastructure. Croatia, Rijeka Gateway 5G Campus Network. This project has established a cutting-edge digital backbone for Rijeka Gateway Container Terminal, deploying a fully managed virtual private 5G campus network based on 5G standalone and non-standalone architecture. It will provide ultra-reliable, high-speed wireless connectivity for industrial port operations at the terminal and support future automation and digitalization of terminal operations. Germany. BibNetz, Sustainable Technology in Berlin Public Libraries. The BibNetz project has connected 70 public libraries across Berlin to the fiber optic network, equipping them with modern technology and workstations. As a result, users now have free access to high-quality internet connections of at least 1 to 10 gigabits per second. And all of the state's public libraries offer the same level of services and internet user experience, no matter where they are located. Finland, Hola 5G Oulu. The Hola 5G Oulu project deployed the first ever private 5G standalone network in a functioning hospital in Europe. Carefully developed to ensure it caused no disruption to the hospital's existing infrastructure, this network covers selected areas of Oulu University Hospital, including some patient wards and operating theatres. It integrates with advanced technological solutions, such as wireless wearable technologies, which are designed to streamline workflows, reduce screen time, and allow healthcare professionals to focus more on patient care.
to join us at the front. Welcome, especially to some of us who came with a very young baby. It means a lot. So thank you once again for these truly excellent projects. It was great to get a feel for them in the video, which would have been very nice with its atmospheric soundtrack. But I'd like to ask each of you a question to get to know your project a little bit better. My first question is for Holla 5G Oulu in Finland. And when you reply, please do introduce yourself. So, we would love to hear what kind of feedback you received from hospital staff or patients since introducing the private 5G network, and if you could share a story that stood out.
Thank you. My name is Petri Parviainen. I'm working for Baltic Networks as a head of sales, public sector. And this is really big honor to be here today. So since introduction, the private 5G network, and with the use cases, of course, at the hospital, the feedback has been extremely positive from the nurses and doctors. Nurses using the solution have reported to being safer, receiving the help more quickly, and they are less stressed, and also seeing the direct impact on the patient care. Another story that stands out is from the head of the neurosurgery. He sees that the great impact of using the AR solution classes for the neurosurgical operations. Thanks to the proven reliability and lack of interference of the private 5G network, he believes that this technology will enable safer and more precise surgeries.
Thank you very much. I will move to my next question, which is for Rijeka Gateway 5G campus in Croatia. Could you please tell us what was the biggest challenge in introducing 5G into such a complex environment as a port, and how did you overcome it?
Hello, my name is Robert Manenica, working for Croatian Telecom as a principal. In this project, I was leading it end-to-end. So Rijeka Gateway was a project where we combined the industries. So we come at a construction site where some huge logistic company, Maersk, is building a new port. And during the construction, it was important that business critical communication is working. So at the time where they are built, they won't have the communication network that everything can seamlessly integrate. And time and availability was crucial. And we was one of the building blocks there where we really know how to do our part of the job, that it end-to-end works. So the port is since last month officially working. In 10 days, it is the opening, and everything works excellent there.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. I won't draw out the suspense any longer. Ms. Rotilianu, if you would, I think we're dying to hear who the winner is.
We have one more. The Berlin Public.
Excuse me.
There's emergency in the room. The baby is entitled to.
I'm sorry, the suspense is getting to me.
That was an easy show today.
Yes, thank you for coming. So could you, in turn, please tell us how this project has changed the way people use libraries, and have you seen new users?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm Julia Goltz-Vergiebel. I'm from Germany. I'm the lead of the project BibNetz, and I work as a librarian for the Library Association of Berlin Public Libraries. And bringing this level of connectivity, like high-class optic fiber lines and free and strong self-administrated Wi-Fi to our libraries, emphasizes who uses our libraries and how. Next to the high online usage of our digital services, our statistics show that people who used to work elsewhere now come into what we call the public living rooms for our Berlin citizens. It's youngsters and elderly coming in, but moreover, it's students of nearby universities and colleges, it's freelancers, and lately a lot of remote workers actually. They come in to learn, to work, collaborate, connect, to play, to chit and chat. They stay in longer, they use a lot of more of our services, and we actually have seen that there's a lot of more digital activeness in our local libraries. All in all, our public libraries connect people, we strengthen education, and this literally means participation in democracy for our citizens. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for real this time. I will now pass the microphone to Ms. Rutiliano for the big announcement.
Thank you. We're all excited, isn't it? So 3 excellent projects. Only one is the winner, and that is Hola from Finland. But I'm not stopping, because you have heard the jury members. All are excellent projects, and being a finalist is really a great achievement. So I thank you very much for coming here and sharing with us your experience, your thoughts, and congratulations for you for being among the finalists of the Connectivity Awards this year.
Congratulations again. Would you like to tell us a few words about what this means for your project?
Yes. Thank you. I would like to start with what Rick Rubin said on the Nordic Business Forum. If people think it's crazy, then you are probably doing the right things. Our team has been bold and forward-thinking, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Healthcare today is under pressure. In many hospitals, near 50% of the medical staff time is spent behind the computers. This contributes to long patient queues, staff burnout, and difficulty in the recruitment. This project has shown that with the right technology, we can really reduce the time spent behind of the computers, freeing up time for what matters most, patient care. Resulting from the use case testing have received very positive feedback. Nurses report that they can focus more time with the patient's work, which they love to do. In neurosurgery, the private 5G network is enabling patient care visualization through the AR glasses. The head of neurosurgery is convinced that this technological advancement can lead to higher precision and safer surgeries. Winning this award is a powerful recognition of our innovation, motivation, and collaboration between public bodies and private companies. It validates the vision and attitude of our consortium and highlights the vital role of the EU funding. Without it, our project wouldn't have been successful, so thank you. But even more importantly, we are showing that the change is possible in healthcare. It is even essential to secure future resources. The lack of resources is not a problem just in Finland, not in Europe, it's global. But no worries. We have demonstrated that technology can solve this challenge. It also helps improve well-being for healthcare and enables better care for patients. This win is more than just a successful project. It is leading light for continued innovation and inspire others to follow our example. Thank you.
Thank you all, and to your teams who made this possible. We wish you every success. I'd like to now invite Mr. Almeida to join me to present Category 2, Champions in Addressing the Digital Divide in Rural and Remote Areas.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, good afternoon. It's a pleasure for me to be here. It's not the first time that I present the Oscars, but I will try to do my best to continue with this delivery of and congratulate all the excellent projects that we have here in the entire three categories. Well, for me, it's really a pleasure to be here with you today representing DG Agri for this important moment in the European Digital Connectivity Awards. As you may imagine, for me coming from DG Agri, this category, Champions in Addressing the Digital Divide in Rural and Remote Areas, is very close to our hearts. Rural Europe is home of millions of people, thousands of communities, and countless opportunities. But too often, really too often, those living in remote places are the ones the last to benefit from digital progress. And we know the challenge, deploying, rolling out networks in mountain regions, sparsely populated areas, or distant islands is complex. It's okay? I don't know if it is, but I can try to speak loud, but I'm not sure that in the end... Try this one. Yeah, the web stream, they will suffer. It's okay? So now we know that it's very complex and costly to roll out the networks, but it's one of the most urgent tasks if we want to ensure cohesion and equal opportunities across Europe. So this is why the three finalists that we have today can be, for us, they are already winners, all of them, because they have shown vision, perseverance, and innovation. They prove to us that with commitment, every community, no matter how remote it is, can be connected, can be empowered, and given a fair chance to thrive. And this year, finalists show us that determination and innovation can achieve in some of Europe's most challenging landscapes. So very briefly, well, we had in Italy the HERMS project that has extended fiber deep into the mountains of Friuli, Venezia Giulia, ensuring that schools, hospitals, and even the most remote valley are no longer cut off from digital progress. In Spain, the Asteo initiative is proving that ultra-rural villages, many of them with just a few hundreds of people, can enjoy the same gigabyte connectivity as the biggest city in Europe. And this is extremely important to open opportunities, to open horizons, and allow progress in communities that are at risk of depopulation. And finally, in Cyprus, the nationwide rollout led by SITA is bringing very high capacity network to every corner of the country, from agriculture plains to mountain villages, with the ambition of achieving universal fiber coverage by 2026. For us, the Commission, and in particular DG Agri, this is not only about cables and antennas. This is about the livelihood of rural Europe. High-quality digital connectivity empowers farmers, strengthens local services, attracts young people and entrepreneurs, and makes rural Europe vibrant and resilient. So today, we honor the finalists and the winner of this category, and we also celebrate the message they send. So no community should be left behind as we work towards Europe's digital decades goals and the gigabyte society. So on behalf of DG Agri, I would like really to congratulate all the nominees represented here. You really highlight the way forward and ensure that the digital future belongs to all Europeans wherever they decide to live. Thank you very much. Good luck to all of you. And now we go to see a very short video. Thank you very much.
Category 2.
Category 2.
Champions in addressing the digital divide in rural and remote areas. Italy.
Italy.
Hermes.
Hermes,
An
an excellent region in a multimedia European
society.
society.
The Hermes project
The Hermes
successfully
project successfully extended high-speed connectivity to all municipalities,
hospitals, and public offices
hospitals,
in
and public
Friuli
offices
Venezia Giulia,
in Friuli
including
Venezia
difficult-to-reach
Giulia,
areas
including
where network
difficult-to-reach
operators
areas
typically have
where
no
network
incentive to
services
invest,
typically have network
enabling them
operators
to
have no
access
incentive to
services that
invest,
would otherwise remain
enabling them.
unavailable. Thanks to the project and its
Thanks
optical
to the
fiber
project and its
backbone,
optical fiber
Friuli
backbone,
Venezia Giulia
Friuli Venezia
has
Giulia has enacted a law
to further reduce the digital divide, allowing the implementation of passive network infrastructure in market failure areas,
making them accessible to
mobile
mobile operators. Cyprus, towards universal digital inclusion, nationwide rollout of very high capacity networks in rural areas.
Cyprus Telecommunications
Telecommunications
Authority
is leading a nationwide expansion of fiber-to-the-home networks to rural and underserved areas across Cyprus,
including regions where private investment was previously considered economically unviable. The project is designed to achieve universal fiber-to-the-home coverage
so that all communities benefit from high-speed, reliable internet access.
It will also ensure that all buildings classed as socioeconomic drivers, such as schools, municipal offices and hospitals, are connected to the network with point-to-point fiber links,
providing high-speed access to
essential services. Spain. Fiber-to-the-home
FTTH gigabit access network deployment in ultra-rural areas in Castilla y
León. This project is deploying fiber-to-the-home infrastructure across 7 provinces in Castilla y León. The aim is to give telecom operators access to a neutral fiber-to-the-home network at a competitive wholesale price in areas where deploying their own infrastructure would not be economically feasible. Ultimately, the project's goal is to connect 680 small municipalities in ultra-rural areas, enabling residential and business users alike to access high-performance broadband services
equivalent to those enjoyed by citizens in Europe's major capital cities. Thank you. May I now please invite the representatives from Category 2 to join us at the front. Welcome once again, and thank you for these excellent projects with which we just heard about, and apologies for the first one, I couldn't keep up with the subtitles. So, though it was wonderful to hear about them, I have a question for each of you to get to know your projects a little bit better. My first question is for Hermes in Italy, and when you reply, do please introduce yourself. So, Friuli Venezia Giulia region has both cities and remote mountain communities. And we'd like to ask, how relevant was your role in supporting broadband deployment all over the region, and in particular in market failure areas?
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, my poor English, I read. The public network we built is a dual impact asset. For the public administration, the network provides the resilience and autonomy we need. It guarantees high-speed, reliable connectivity to all our towns, from the biggest cities to the most remote villages. This ensures continuous, dependable delivery of government services. For private operators, It's a game changer. Our regional backbone acts as a crucial head start, allowing them to rapidly expand their coverage and save substantial capital. This is difference maker for bridging ultra broadband to underserved mountain and rural areas. It transforms an economical project into a viable business case. Our model is simple. We ensure public reliability while facilitating profitable private investment.
Thank you very much. My next question is towards universal digital inclusion in Cyprus. And again, when you reply, please do introduce yourself. So this is a national rollout aiming for universal fiber coverage, but it's also about social inclusion. Can you share how vulnerable groups are starting to benefit?
Well, thanks a lot. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Haris Themistou. I'm the Director of Fixed Access Network and Technical Support in Cyprus Telecommunications Authority. First of all, thanks the jury for selecting us and being here as finalists. The project is as much as inclusion as technology. People already living in the villages, in remote areas, have access to telemedicine. Children, young adults can stay at home, educated online, instead of having to travel a long distance to get their education. Poor families have access to, together with other measures that are taken in Cyprus, to get affordable gigabit access. When we're connecting schools, hospitals, public services, we give access to all the vulnerable groups, an access that is difficult to have, and it's in line with the digital decade and the EU's plans for 100% capabilities of all people, especially, and this is the most important, for their health care. These areas are underserved. Of course, SITA has a wide copper network, but the limits of the copper is there. We don't have more than 50 megs. And with this, the gigabit connectivity, we can have connections in communities that have even 5 inhabitants. So this is actually the European vision in practice.
Thank you very much. Now, my final question is for FTTH Gigabit Access Network in Castilla y León in Spain. What is the biggest contribution this project is making to the ultra-rural community, and have you seen or do you expect to see operators showing interest in the most remote areas?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Pedro Abad, CEO of Asteo Red Neutra. We are really excited to be here. Thank you so much to the jury again for nominating us, and congratulations to our colleagues for the value of their projects. Back to your questions. We are talking about rural here, and the rural deployment is extremely dependent on the availability for getting backbone for reaching out with FTTH. One of our core pillars and one of the values that we contribute to the regions is that we build our own backhaul. To that end, at the moment we are connecting nearly, as you have seen in the video, nearly 700 municipalities, very ultra-rural municipalities, because we have built almost 2,700 kilometers to cover this regional territory. This is the first benefit that we contribute under our model to the region. And secondly, back to your point on the operators, we truly believe that the citizens that live in the rural should have the same opportunities and options that the ones that live in the city. And the selection of your provider should be one of these options. Our model is only wholesale business model, relies on extremely high competition. Almost 90% of the operators in Spain are now offering the high-quality services over our footprint. And with this, we facilitate the access to these services in the rural at the same time as we do in the cities. Thank you very much.
And now I would like to invite Mr. Almeida, if you would.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you independently of the winner. I think that these are three projects that really show what we have to do in rural areas and how we have to benefit and to showcase your projects to make sure that more exist, and we will continue developing our rural areas. And as you said, Pedro, make sure that people in rural areas have exactly the same access to people living in the big cities. So thank you very much to all of you. I'm sure that the jury had a lot of troubles to find the winner, but let me announce as winner, the winner is Towards Universal Digital Inclusion, Cyprus. Congratulations.
Thank you. And if you would like to say a few words.
Leave my notes. And the age. Honorable representatives, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cyprus Telecommunications and the Republic of Cyprus, I'm deeply honored to accept this award. This recognition is not just for a project, it is for a national commitment to ensure that every citizen in every community has access to the opportunities of the digital age. Our project is helping Cyprus move ahead of schedule towards Europe's Digital Decade 2030 targets of gigabit for everyone. Today, all over Cyprus, more than 93% of premises are already covered, including areas where private investment was once thought impossible. Winning this award strengthens our resolve to complete the journey. 100% coverage by mid of 2026, a huge target. And then again, a bigger target, full migration to fiber by 2029. All this, at the same time, ensuring that schools, hospitals, business and families everywhere can benefit from secure and sustainable digital infrastructure. This recognition also belongs to many partners. The dedicated teams at SITA, our government colleagues at the Department of Electronic Communication under the Deputy Ministry of Research, Innovation and Digital Policy, the European Union, whose Recovery and Resilience Facility made this possible. But mostly, and most importantly, the people of Cyprus and the local communities who embrace the change. For Cyprus, winning means proving that a small island can stand as a champion of digital inclusion. For Europe, it shows that together we can achieve the digital decade vision, 100% online public services, e-health for all SMEs digitally empowered, and universal gigabit connectivity. Ladies and gentlemen, this award reminds us that connectivity is not a luxury anymore, but a right. And with your support, we will keep working until that right is guaranteed for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all very much, and congratulations. And congratulations to your teams back home who made this all possible. And now, for our third and final category, I would like to invite Ms. Rotiliano to join me once again to present cross-border and international connectivity.
Thank you. So what is this category about? And I'll take you back 1 year ago to the Draghi report. Surely you must have all read it, right? So the essence was digital transformation is really central, is really at the heart of the efforts that Europe needs to make in order to reverse this decline trend, to regain competitiveness and to regain its leadership position in the world. Now, fast forward 1 year later, our president, Mrs. von der Leyen, was confirming that the Draghi agenda very much remains the Commission agenda, and also explaining that some decisive action was taken. So we are positioning Europe as the AI continent. We have a package for AI investment, 200 billion. There is a 20 billion envelope dedicated to the AI gigabit factories. There's a lot of initiatives, and I could go on, but I would like to go back to the networks. So what does it mean for networks? What it means is that networks are actually not only about the right to pick up on the last speaker. They are not a right for digital services for the citizens. They're actually the digital backbones on which the entire economy and society runs. So that puts a lot of pressure on these networks. No, we expect our networks to reach all over, all corners of Europe. We expect of these networks to connect Europe to the rest of the world, to our partners. We expect that these services do not interrupt at the borders, because that would be absolutely not in line with the rest of our vision. We expect these networks to be resilient, to be secure, to be redundant, to be sovereign. So, well, quite a lot of responsibility, and that I think is the biggest, well, the high level, let's say, background for this specific category on cross-border and international connectivity. So what's special about these projects, first of all, that they really visualize the kind of connectivity that we want to see in this new European context, no? The power of the united Europe, the power of the single market for digital, the power of a united Europe in the world. But we know that such projects are not so easy to be realized, not only from a technological point of view and all these standards that I just mentioned, but again, here, once again, from an organizational point of view, because setting up such projects in a transnational context is really not an easy task, not easy to organize, not easy to deliver. And I have heard the jury speaking about these innovative approaches, not only on the technical side, but also on the organizational side. So with this in mind, I invite you to watch the video that presents these excellent projects that are nominated for the last category of the award. So back to you.
Thank you very much.
Category 3.
Category 3.
Cross-border and international
connectivity.
Netherlands. GN4 Phase 3 Network Project. Restructuring of the GIANT backbone network. The GIANT Association restructured and extended Europe's backbone network for research and education, which links researchers, academics and students with the goal of offering uniform network access across the continent. The project integrated 18 additional countries into the GIANT infrastructure and secured long-term contracts for connectivity, establishing a truly pan-European network that ensures secure and resilient cross-border connectivity for research and education for the next 2 decades. France and Tunisia. Via Tunisia. Submarine cable between Marseille and Bizerta. The aim of the Via Tunisia project is to deploy a new direct submarine route between Marseille and Bizerta, strengthening connectivity between the EU and Africa. The project will provide a high-capacity and secure route between France and Tunisia at competitive market prices. The system is designed as an open cable, allowing fibre pairs to be lit at different times with different vendors, which will enhance competition both technologically and commercially. Czechia, Germany, Poland and Ukraine. East-West Gate. The East-West Gate project is connecting selected nodes in Czechia, Germany, Poland and Ukraine via high-capacity fibre optic backbone infrastructure. This project will, for the first time, provide access to international traffic exchange points in Frankfurt, Berlin and Prague, as well as access to cloud services from the largest global providers for B2B and B2C customers from Poland and Ukraine at attractive and affordable prices.
Additional countries into the GÉANT network, and what kinds of future scientific uses do you expect this network to open up?
Thank you very much. I'm Bram Peters, Chief Networks at GÉANT, and I think the main challenge in the project was really that the flag there, that was the Dutch flag, should actually have been the European flag. We work with about 40 different countries in Europe, and we had a fixed budget. So we needed to find out how to make the best use of that budget to find equitable connectivity through to all the different countries that we work with, working with the market. It's a long-term project. We want to get the best out of the market. So what projects are in the market? When do we have the budget? When do you want to spend it? Combining that with the coordination that we need with our members has been a very interesting challenge, and I think we managed to get that solved quite well. So that's what I think I wanted to say.
Thank you very much. My next question is for Via Tunisia, in between France and Tunisia. Can you tell us, how does the new cable between France and Tunisia change the market and competition compared to existing routes?
Hi, good evening. So my name is Marc-André, working for Orange as a subsea project manager. Thank you for staying with us for the last part of the day. So what I can say is Tunisia is one of the 10 most demanding countries in terms of appetite for bandwidth. I think today, currently, the growth is around 40% a year, which means a lot. So until the system came along, the Tunisian vendors used to route the capacity to Europe on systems, submarine systems that were laid years ago. One of them is more than 20 years old now, which means capacity is limited and the pricing is not that interesting now for them. I think on the contrary, what we've done with Via Tunisia is to lay a system with the latest enabling technologies, which brings not only resilience to the existing systems, but also brings a high value for money. And I think last but not least, obviously the system lands in Marseille, in France, where Orange can provide connectivity to all the data centers to the city. So this punches prices very much. Last point is about the fibers themselves. So each Tunisian operator is given one dark fiber pair end-to-end from Marseille to Bizerte, which allows them to light the fibers whenever they want, with any supplier they want, at any time, for any type of service, up to 24 terabits per second, which is a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now my final question is for East-West Gate in the Czech Republic, Germany, Poland, and Ukraine. So you built 2 parallel protected networks for resilience. Why is that so important in this region?
Good evening. I'm Marcin Palkowski. I'm from Netia. I'm Director of Technology based in Warsaw, Poland. So, we built two parallel, separate fiber optic network based on DWDM system with self-healing technology. That kind of network can heal themselves automatically. As you know, across border of Poland, there is a war on Ukrainian soil. And when we did project of network, we wanted to be sure that our network can withstand multiple failures and like fiber cuts, like device malfunctions, like software problems. And we made that kind of network. And our test shows that our network can self-heal in under 5 seconds in case of failure. And our engineers could then repair that problem, and that sometimes could take even a few hours, because it's not so easy to, splice the fibers in a field. And in case of, let's say, Ukraine, it's even harder. And it worked. And thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. And I pass straight to Ms. Rotilianu for the big reveal.
Thank you, Asia. I was looking for the envelope. I'm excited, I'm curious, and I'm sure so are you. So the winner for this category is East-West Gate from Czech Republic, Germany, Poland, and Ukraine. And with this, I would like to congratulate, like the other times, not only the winner, but also the finalists for these excellent projects that inspire.
Thank you very much, and huge congratulations to all of you. I'd like to ask if you would say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, partners, it's not very often that I get to stand up and talk about kilometers of fiber optic networks and network nodes, devices, DWDM networks, and actually have people who want to listen. Because when I mentioned topic like that on a family dinner, suddenly everyone remembers that they have something in the oven. But today we are celebrating something meaningful. Something meaningful for not only just for Netia, but not only for our partners, but something meaningful for whole Europe, for future connectivity of Europe. And on behalf of Netia, Polsat Plus Group, and our partner Nokia, and our incredible team, I would like to thank you for recognizing our hard work, for believing in this vision, and I hope that it will help develop connectivity in Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations to you and to your teams at home. It would be difficult to find new words to say, on top of everything we've heard, how inspiring these projects are, how important their impact is, how meaningful they are for future projects to learn from. And so all I can say is thank you once again. It is truly, truly valuable what you do. And I hope that everyone at home appreciates you coming here to represent them. So thank you to everyone who applied, to all the nominees for joining us in Brussels for this ceremony, and to everyone who joined us online. And please continue to share your good work and continue to have meaningful impact across Europe. Just before you go, may I please ask all the awarded project teams who have come here if they could come to the front for some photos. And to everyone leaving us, thank you once again and travel safely.